15 things I don't buy at the grocery store, and this is what's made me rich. Number one, I don't buy bottled tea. I don't know that I have ever bought a jug of bottled tea ever in my entire life, and I am the world's biggest tea drinker. Guys, it is just such a huge waste of money. It costs me 25 cents in tea bags and 3 cents in sugar to make the same exact recipe as these gallons of tea. It's literally 30 cents versus $3.94 for the same gallon of tea. Yeah, there's no way I'm paying that much more. What is that, 100 times more? 1,000 times more? I don't know. If 30 cents is to $4, how would I figure that out? Let's see. Find a person. Huh?
100 times.
It's 100 times?
Wait, 30 cents, let's say it again.
If it's 30 cents versus $3?
Sorry, 10 times. Yeah.
It's 10 times?
Yeah.
That's all it is 10 times? That doesn't sound as impressive. It's okay.
100 times sounds more impressive.
I know. According to my mathematician husband and son, it's 10 times the price. And something like tea, guys, literally 30 seconds worth of work to make homemade tea. I mean, seriously, to fill up the teapot, to boil it, 10 seconds, to pour it into the container and throw in the tea bags and the sugar, another literally 3 minutes worth of work to make this tea. Here's how I make my homemade sweet tea. Okay, I got my handy dandy teapot here. I love my electric tea kettle. Thank you, England, for developing these, if that's where they came from. All I do is I fill up my jug with a little bit of water, put in a family-sized tea bag. Now, if you want flavored tea, just get flavored tea bags and put it in here. Now, if you want sweet tea, just go ahead and put your sugar in with your hot water and it will dissolve the sugar for your sweet tea, and then you will have it in there. Now, if you want sugar-free tea, you can use Splenda or whatever sugar alternative that you want also in there. And we're just gonna stir to get that sugar dissolved and let it sit for a few minutes, and then we're gonna fill it with water and come back and fill our jugs. Okay, now this is sat 5 minutes. Let the tea steep. You can take the tea bags out if you want. It doesn't matter. Sometimes I just leave them in just because I forget. Then we're gonna fill it with cold water. Now, if you need to get it cold really fast, you can fill the rest with ice if you need to. Now, normally I just put this in the fridge and Mike just pours it out of here, but this is what my grandparents did. They refilled their containers for the soda, or the bottles for the soda, and then they stored them in the fridge. Then when they needed a quick drink to grab and go, you can do this with water too. I mean, we store water bottles in the fridge. Wow, I'm not pouring very well. I should be doing this over the sink. Then just put the lids on, just like so. Grandpa stored them in the fridge like that. He would just have 6 or 8 lined up all the time waiting to go. You can do it with water also. And that is how you make convenient homemade iced tea for about probably 15-20 cents. This video is brought to you by our Dining on a Dime cookbook. We have quick and easy recipes your family will love to help you get in and out of the kitchen fast. Please visit us at livingonadime.com. The next thing I don't buy is juices. None of these juices do I buy. Not orange juice, not apple juice, not any of the tropical fruits. Now, I will buy apple juice when it's a really good deal on sale, and I will buy orange juice pre-made if it's cheaper than the concentrate. When apple juice is $1 for a container, I will buy it that way. And the same with orange juice, although I'll be honest, I haven't bought orange juice pre-made in probably 15-20 years. So we just don't drink orange juice. It's just too expensive. And when things are that expensive, we just don't buy it. And the rest of these fake juices, they're mostly water and sugar anyway. So I try to get only 100% juice when I do buy juices, but I usually don't buy any of these tropical type things that are just, you know, basically sugar water. Next thing I don't buy is pre-made muffins and breakfast items like this. Now, if I find them on the clearance section and they're $1 or less, then I will buy them. But for the majority of the time, these right here are $3.98. Let me see how much they are when I film this. Okay, so, or $4.98. So I filmed this last year, they were $4.98. Still, they are $4.98. And I just won't buy pre-made muffins unless they're a super good deal, like $1 or less. And the reason is because my Dining on a Dime cookbook. It's so much cheaper to make muffins from scratch, and it's a 5-minute process to make muffins. Next thing I don't buy is the pre-packaged little things of yogurt, the school yogurts, all those. Now, when my kids were little, they absolutely loved those, but I never bought them, except when I would find them on clearance. And because I had 4 kids, when I would find them on clearance, they would definitely go before they went bad. But if you find these on clearance and you want to stockpile, you can throw them in the freezer. And they just make really good yogurt freezer pops, you know, like yogurt ice cream. That's all it is. So I don't buy those for my kids' lunches. What did I use in my kids' lunches instead? I had these little containers, and I would just fill those with regular yogurt, applesauce, or mandarin oranges, or whatever. That's what I would send to school. I made my own pre-made little snack packages. The next thing I don't buy is more school snack stuff. Jell-O, $2.97 for Jell-O, pre-made, that you can get for a box for 97 cents now for name brand Jell-O, and it's 57 cents. Why would I pay 3 times the amount? No, well, if I get the off-brand, it's 5 times the amount. Why would I pay 5 times the amount for something that's easy to make at home? So just make it at home. Get these little containers again. Just put them in there, line them up along the counter, and then you can save a ton of money on school lunches and lunches for work. The same with the juice boxes, the Capri Suns, all of those. Now, one time I did get a really good deal in Capri Suns, and it was $1 for the entire package. And I got those because we have a lot of parties. And so I thought, oh, these would be great for when we have a party. It was like 8 to 10 cents per little thing that it cost me. It's like, that's worth it for me to do that for the parties. But otherwise, I don't buy Capri Suns or all those Kool-Aid things. All of those came at Easter and Christmas as special treats in stockings and baskets. So they, that's how they got it. Do you feel deprived because Mom never bought you the Capri Suns and the Kool-Aid things for your lunches? My son says yes, he's deprived. I'm sorry, son. How can I make it up to you? $1 million? Just $1 million? In cash? The other thing I don't buy is electrolyte drink packets. These are all the rage now, but guys, you can get electrolytes for super cheap. Basically, electrolytes are just salt. Just put a little bit of salt in your water and that will help. And no, it doesn't taste horridly salty or anything. You just put a little sprinkle. But, you know, just buy the little container where you just put the drops yourself in. You don't need the drink things. Now, if you want, you could get the, you know, drink flavorings, that's fine. But really, it's a huge waste of money to buy electrolytes in these little tiny packets like that. The next thing is pre-packaged chips. Now, I didn't look up the numbers, but let me see here. For pre-packaged chips, it costs 41 cents an ounce. Now, for those same chips, it is 20 cents an ounce to buy the Walmart brand and package it yourself. Double the price. Literally double the price for not taking out a baggie, putting some chips in, and throwing it in your lunchbox. You can do this on Sunday, pre-package all the chips for the week, have them all made up, and ready to go. But that's ridiculously expensive to just buy the pre-made chips when it's literally 3 minutes worth of work. Rice Krispie treats and pre-packaged desserts like the Little Debbie cakes and all those. I don't buy those either. Make my own Rice Krispie treats, make my own brownies. Now I did buy occasionally the peanut butter crackers and the cheese crackers. I did buy those occasionally for my kids because back when my kids were in school, they were about the same price as putting peanut butter and crackers together. So I did do that. Now I would say it's probably not the same price, but I don't know. Let me go look and see here. I don't know, it might be close to the same. I didn't figure out the peanut butter, but it could be close to the same. So I don't buy the pre-made snack things either. The next thing I don't buy is pre-cut fruits and vegetables. Oh my goodness, 29 cents an ounce for watermelon, $4.72. That's how much an entire watermelon costs. So you get 10 times the amount of watermelon if you just cut it up yourself. I don't know that I have ever bought pre-cut and sliced fruits and vegetables ever, except for baby carrots, because they were the same price. I don't think I've ever bought like a fruit tray or veggie tray or anything like that. I don't think I've ever done that.
Oh my goodness, the fruit trays are stupid.
My son says the fruit trays are stupid. Well, I mean, it's stupid expensive just to save yourself 5-10 minutes worth of work. And what people aren't understanding, okay, so now my son's got me on this. So if you get a fruit tray like this, trays, where are the fruit trays? Doobie doobie fruit trays. Okay, they don't have any in stock at my Walmart right now. Oh man, so that would be Albertsons. Does my Walmart, so are people getting these at Albertsons? Huh? Oh my goodness. Okay, how do I work the Albertsons website? Okay, they're getting the fruit trays at Albertsons in my town. Oh my goodness, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, so the fruit tray in my town, holy cow, that's crazy. So the fruit tray in my town is $16. And there is probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's $6 worth of ingredients in this fruit tray, and it's $16. Holy cow. So, okay, so it's $10 more. So it's $10 more to not cut it up yourself. I can't imagine it would take more than 10 minutes to cut up this fruit. Maybe 15. So, if you are making $20 an hour, let me make sure I say this right. If you're making $20 an hour, you're bringing home $10 an hour, and you save $10. That means you have to work an entire hour for the 10 minutes that you don't want to spend cutting it up. Yeah, that's right. You have to work an entire hour because you don't want to spend 10 minutes cutting it up. Okay, the next thing is cut up fruits and vegetables like the one on the right. The onions, now I will get, those are 36 cents an ounce. Why would you buy the fresh onions for 36 cents an ounce, already pre-cut, when you can get the frozen ones for 14 cents an ounce? Okay, that's fine. Yeah, it's a little bit more, but at least get the frozen ones. Now, regular onions are 8 cents an ounce. Now, I get people don't want to cut onions, but here's a little trick. If you just store your onions in the refrigerator, you won't cry when you cut them. I've never cried when I cut onions, ever, because I store them in the refrigerator. Vegetable trays, it's the same thing with fruit trays. These are the little snack, quick ones to go. This is maybe $1's worth of vegetables and snacks in here, maybe $1.25 for a personal thing of snacks. Just get you a reusable tray, fill it up at the beginning of the week, and you'll save yourself 60% on your snacks for work. I don't know, guys. So ChatGPT suggested that I do a comparison. I shopped like I ate like a regular American, and I honestly can't fathom how regular Americans eat. It absolutely blows my mind to think of going to Starbucks in the morning for breakfast and getting coffee and a bagel or whatever, and then going out to eat for lunch, and then stopping on the way home from work to get a snack for the kids, and then stopping home from the ball game to get dinner. I just can't fathom this. I just can't fathom spending that much money. But if you guys want me to do that video, let me know. And tell me in the comments, how do normal Americans cook? Or I mean eat, not cook. How do normal Americans eat? Because I just can't imagine it. All right, the next thing I don't get is pre-mashed potatoes. Now, I didn't even know this was a thing until I saw another YouTuber using them in a video. But I just make my own mashed potatoes. Yeah, it's a little bit more work, but wow. Let's see, we are talking $2.88 a pound instead of 50 to 75 cents a pound for the potatoes to have them pre-mashed. That's a lot. All right, right there you can see 51 cents an ounce, and that's not on sale, but you can get potatoes on sale all the time for 99 cents. That's absolutely crazy. So if you're curious how I make my mashed potatoes, here's how I make my mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes on page 161 right there. All right, now here's a little tip. We used to do this in the old days with newspaper and just throw the whole thing in the compost pile, but now most people don't have compost piles or newspapers, either one. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our potatoes and just peel them straight on this bag. Then you can just gather the whole bag and put it in the trash when you're done. Now I'm going to rinse my mashed potatoes just like so and fill it with water. Now the way Mom does it, which I think is great, is she just cuts her potatoes in quarters like that, and then you don't have so much cutting to do. Okay, got them all in quarters, and now we're gonna boil these for 10 minutes. And if you need them to boil quicker, put a lid on them. Okay, to check your mashed potatoes, take your knife and go in. And are they ready? Yeah, they're ready. Okay, now we're gonna drain the mashed potatoes. This is the secret ingredient that makes our mashed potatoes better than any mashed potatoes you've ever eaten. It is sugar. And you don't need a lot, just about a tablespoon is all you need. But that little tiny bit amount, I don't know what it does. Mom discovered this one. It brings out the flavor of the potatoes. You don't taste the sugar. Oh my goodness, it is so good. Add in my salt. Now if you have lumpy mashed potatoes, it's because you didn't cook them long enough. So if you want lumps in your potatoes, cook them slightly less. If you don't want lumps, cook them the correct time in the cookbook. All right, there you have perfectly fluffy mashed potatoes. Now you can add your butter now if you want. You could add sour cream, you could add bacon bits, you could add cream cheese, you could add cheddar cheese, any of those flavorings that you would use for baked potatoes, you can add to your mashed potatoes. And you know what else is really good? A dollop of bacon grease. Oh, that makes it taste really, really good. Sure, check out our Dining on a Dime cookbooks. They are on sale right now for Mother's Day, 50% off. You can get all these recipes in my volume 1 or at livingonadime.com. We will see you guys next time.